Hello and welcome to this afternoon taste challenge. And this afternoon, I have two no age statement blended Scotch whiskies. This is Ballantine's finest. Even though it's their base model, it's not really their finest, but that's what they call it. Blended Scotch whiskey, introduced in 1910. There you see the unicorn. Well, the company 1827, but this particular whiskey 1910. They say it stays true to its recipe, but it's 80 proof now, and in 1910 it was 86.6 proof, but it's probably more or less the same, but it's weaker. There's a griffin, two Scottish flags, two unicorns. There's a shock of wheat, something else like a river. Yeah, river, copper pot still, and a whiskey cask. It's owned by Chivas Brothers, or part of Chivas Brothers, I should say. Okay, most of these companies, they're not independent anymore. Okay, they get bought out. That's just the way it works. And if that bothers you, then beer, wine, and liquor is going to bother you a lot. Now, here's WD Liquors Blended Scotch Whiskey. Oh, my goodness. WD Winn-Dixie stores founded in 1955 with the merger of Winn Grocery and Dixie Grocery. Now it was bought by, you know who bought Winn-Dixie in 2024? Anybody want to guess who bought Winn-Dixie in 2024? And they have over 400 stores, you know. They have over 400 stores in Florida, just in Florida. But they also have stores in Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. There's one half a mile from here. Kroger, that's a good guess. It's not correct, but it's a really good guess. Kroger's trying to buy Albertsons right now, so they didn't really have time. Albertsons was a bigger fish for them. Trying to get this thing to focus. If it would, I'd be so delighted. There we go. There we go. Now, it's a nice label with the clipper ship, pen and ink drawing of a clipper ship. I think this label was exactly the same when I was like 8 years old. It's a very inexpensive blended Scotch whiskey. We'll say it nicely. Cheers. Happy Thursday. Happy Tuesday, says Tom. Burley Sullivan says, you. Craft Beer Tastic says, seems like everyone gets bought out at some point anymore. Does seem to be the trend. Burley Sullivan says Publix. Another good guess, but no. Yep, Albertsons Safeway around here. We have Albertsons in Hammond, which is about 34 miles from here. Baton Rouge, which is about 49 miles from here. That's the closest Albertsons. They had one in New Orleans, but it didn't make it. I don't know why. It just went out of business very quickly. But they're powerful in Baton Rouge. I mean, they got, many Albertsons in Baton Rouge. And I go there sometimes. They have some interesting products, I got to admit. But their website is helpful because they'll tell you if it's in stock and they'll tell you the price. It's not like some big mystery. Safeway, yeah, there's a Safeway in Grand Isle, Louisiana. So we do have Safeway too. It's all the same. It's all the same company. It's like Albertsons, Global Holdings, whatever they call it. Kroger is trying to buy it, and Albertsons are going to sell off their stores in North Louisiana to try to placate the empire. The U.S. government, meant to say. Because the U.S. government says they don't want a monopoly, you know. But I'm more of a free enterprise person. I'd rather just let the companies do what they want. But no, they want to control everything, you know. It's all about control. But anyway, here's Ballantines in that nice brown glass bottle. I'm going to prop it up here, but this, I'm going to have to pull this up. Okay. Glass. Not a bad price. I mean, I got this huge bottle for like $27.99. True story. But this was a really cheap price. $16.99. Hy-Vee? No, they're up in the Midwest, aren't they? No, it was Aldi. Aldi bought Winn-Dixie in May of 2024. Now here's the appearance. They're both pretty light, but the WD liquors is even lighter. Come on, focus, you stinking camera. Doesn't seem like it wants to work. There we go. There we go. See what you can get for $30. Okay, the Ballantine's a little bit more gold though. And don't know how long they're aged. I know they're at least 3 years. Do they have caramel coloring added? It's possible. Do they have any flavoring added? No. Doesn't say anything about flavoring. And I saw a bottle of scotch today from a company called Concierge. Well, it's actually a brand. It's owned by some California company. And it says Scotch with natural flavors. Scotch whiskey with natural flavors. I said, well, I got my question answered. But they probably have to disclose that. You know what I'm saying? Like they could add it, but they got to put it on the label. I know it's true. I was looking at the website. It said it right there. Scotch with natural flavors. Bourbon with natural flavors. You say, what are the natural flavors? This I do not know. Vanilla, lemon peel. I don't know what they are. I just know that I know what I was looking at. Oh, wow. I wish we had Aldi's in Colorado. Closest Aldi's is in Kansas. Kansas. Well, that's next door to Colorado. You might live 10 miles from the state line, but I bet you don't. Man. Aldi opened up in my town in November 22. It's a weird store. I like it though. It's weird, good weird. You know, like it's good. It's strange, but it's good strange. I like their stuff. Their beer selection doesn't turn over enough, so it's like the same old beer all the time. But they're usually pretty good. Like they got this pumpkin ale. You say, well, it's summer. It's not fall. I know that pumpkin ale been on the shelf for a month already, but it's good. Assuming you like pumpkin spices and pumpkin pulp and all of that. But it is good. I mean, $7.99 for a 6-pack. It's good stuff. So yeah, but Aldi bought Winn-Dixie. It was a cash sale. They paid cash. They didn't borrow the money. They just wrote them a check here. Okay, go away. We own you now. So the owners walked away, took the cash. Fine. People say, why? Why would they want to buy Winn-Dixie? Now that's the question of the hour. A good theory I saw people floating out there was that, well, Aldi has no hot deli. Aldi has no seafood department. Aldi sells no liquor in any of their American stores. Here's their chance to sell all those products and own it, you know. There's an Aldi next door to Winn-Dixie. There's Winn-Dixie, a hospital, and Aldi's here where I live. Winn-Dixie, a hospital, and Aldi. You can't say they're competing against themselves because they are themselves. They just got, if you spend $1 at that Aldi or $1 at Winn-Dixie, you're spending a dollar for Aldi. I mean, Aldi bought Trader Joe's in 1979. It ain't like they, and that's a company that sells liquor in Louisiana. Now, I can't answer for other states. I cannot answer for other states. Some states, they don't even sell beer. But Trader Joe's, I don't know about Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge, I'm not sure. I don't go to that store too much. That's a long way from here. But the Aldi, the Trader Joe's in Metairie, Louisiana, has Trader Joe's rum, silver or gold. Trader Joe's tequila, silver or gold. Trader Joe's Kentucky straight bourbon, Trader Joe's Tennessee whiskey. They got Trader Joe's Mezcal. That's 6 right there. They got Trader Joe's single malt Scotch, blended Scotch, single malt, 10-year single malt rum cask, uh, bourbon cask, and now I'm running out of fingers. A Marsala cask, I think so. That's loaded up with liquor over there. So now they got their hand in Winn-Dixie. Been having their hand in Trader Joe's 45 years. Unbelievable, Ron. I never had them, but in the bar, Aldi's. Aldi's. Aldis. I'm not quite sure what you mean, EDI. The Aldi here has such an unpredictable inventory. No telling what they may get in next. I know it's like that with the wine. You go there every week. It's like, what is this crazy thing? Well, will that WD Scotch become an Aldi Scotch down the road after their merger? Will it be the same product when they merge? I cannot answer that. I don't know. They already merged. The merger is done. It's not when they merged. They merged May 2024. They're already converting a Winn-Dixie in Metairie, Louisiana into an Aldi. They say it'll take about 7 weeks. Still open. Saw the cars in front of the store the other day. Now, some people say, no, it's Aldi North that bought Trader Joe's and Aldi South bought Winn-Dixie. But it's the same company. I know they used to be separate companies for a long time because the two brothers didn't want to fight over the company because one brother wanted to sell tobacco and the other brother said, no, I don't want to sell tobacco in the store. So instead of getting a big argument about it, they just drew a line across the middle of Germany and they say, you own all the stores in North Germany and I'll own all the stores in South Germany. Aldi North, Aldi South. But now if you look at their website today, they're reunited as one company. It's just Aldi Global, whatever. I mean, they got the separate divisions, but it's all one thing. Just look at the website. I'll look at it. Albrecht discount, Aldi, Albrecht discount. That's what it stands for. Albrecht Brothers discount, Aldi. I was saying famous Rouse was actress Katharine Hepburn, famous vodka. Oh, she drank vodka? I didn't even know she drank at all. I don't know much about Katharine Hepburn. I don't know much about the African Queen, you know. I've never been to Golden Pond, so screen share time. Winn-Dixie Scotch, $16.99, 1.75 liter. I don't know what in the world they're talking about 28 ounces. So that makes no sense because that hands you 9 ounces. Okay, so somebody might need to go back. But anyway, you can only buy it at Winn-Dixie because it's called WD Scotch, Winn-Dixie Liquors. Handled by, I don't know who makes it. We'll never find that out. But it's bottled in Kentucky at Buffalo Trace by the Sazerac Company. Won't on tour, on the Buffalo Trace tour. Now here's Ballantine's finest. First thing they show you, cocktails. Because that's what it's created for, more or less, I guess. Color, light gold, soft, elegant heather. Honey aromas with a hint of spice. A balance of sweet flavors like milk chocolate, red apple, and vanilla. Fresh and floral aftertaste. It creates a rounded glow. Yeah, I can't pick that up. I'm not saying they're lying, but I'm saying there's no way I'm going to taste all that. Now, they got a lot of other whiskeys in their range. Uh, 10-year-old, which I never see. ACC edition. Well, that they make all these special labels. That's for collectors. They buy it. They try to sell it later. Oh, it's a collectible. movie. I was looking, they have one for a movie. Moxie's Bar Edition. There's another one. 7-year American barrel. Aged, newest editions. Aged 7 years, aged in American whiskey barrels. So I don't know anything about it. Queen Edition. Same thing. Something to do with Freddie Mercury. And nothing. Barrel Smooth Whiskey. That's a new one. But there's more than this, though. There's their whole range. This is their whole range on this website. Because I just now saw it in a store the other day. And if you look at Chivas Brothers' website, there's more than this. But that's all right. You get the picture. They got a. I want to see what Whiskey Guide is, though. Tutorial about making whiskey. I got you. Got to be at least 3 years aged. So you can. It's a good thing to read because you can learn about it. Sandy Hillside, blend master, by the way. He's been there for 19 years. So you can read all this at your leisure. You'll learn a lot of things. But you got to have a lot of time because their website is pretty detailed. It's actually very detailed. All right, and then there's the Chivas Brothers main website. And they're showing Chivas Regal, obviously their main brand. But then they show Ballantines, which is what we're dealing with at the moment. 100 Pipers. Well, I got a bottle of it. Okay, that'll be next. So they got the finest, some movie thing, another movie thing, a light Ballantine. See, that wasn't on the Ballantines website. A light whiskey, a real low alcohol whiskey. 7-year American barrel, 12 year. That's the one I saw. I saw that and can't remember, but I saw it. Right. And I don't need any whiskey anyway. Ballantines wild cherry flavoring spirits drink. Another spirit. Brazil. I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. Barrel smooth. 15-year. You see what I mean? They just got so many Ballantines. 17-year age, 21-year age, 23-year age, 30-year age. You better have a lot of money, boy. 40-year age. That's the ultimate. That's like the ultimate. You know, we talking probably $3,500. Some of these things go for. It's unreal what they'll sell for. You know, it is unreal. That was an interesting look. All right. Mayor Hager says, getting ready to watch Natty Daddy Double Down. You got a 25-ounce can of Natural Father. Saw you were live and stopped in to say good day. So I hope you enjoyed a Natural Father. It's a little too strong for me. Good afternoon, Alex. Good afternoon. Tom, I heard that during the filming of African Queen Hepburn got bad dysentery because she drank the local water. Humphrey Bogart stayed healthy because he was drinking whiskey and alcohol. That wouldn't shock me. Jay, you had the same bottle for years. Bottle of what? That? I know it's a huge bottle, and I do little sips twice a year. So imagine how long it's going to take when I'm doing 2 taste challenges a year for that bottle. Check back in 10 years, it'll probably almost be gone. Yeah, I'm halfway through it, making more progress than I thought. It may not be a good thing. Okay. What in the world? This smells like old musty caramel candy. It went stale on the shelf. Oh, ooh. Let's go over here. Oh, this doesn't smell like much. A little background wood oak whiskey, but this thing is loud and not proud. There is no way that is Ballantines whiskey. That is an impossibility. That is the Winn-Dixie WD Liquors Scotch, and that is not good. And I will give it a 72. It's stuck at 72. It never goes lower, but it never goes higher. That's a low average product. It's not good. It's not kind of good. It's not even close to good. It's a C minus, but it's not bad because then it would be in the D range, which is just plain, poor, bad, unpleasant. Like I said, I cannot say this is definitively unpleasant, but it dang sure ain't good. Would I buy it again? Not by any means. Would I recommend it? Like I said in a previous video, only if I had a bad sense of humor. This is a train. Is it the worst blended Scotch I ever bought? Very clearly it is. Easily the worst. There's not even any competition. So if you're looking for bad, this could be the way to go. And you can't just say it's because it's cheap, because Albertsons had the Highland Mist on sale for $16.99 for the same size bottle. Highland Mist is clearly better. Highland Mist is way, way, way better than this. It's also bottled by the Sazerac company. Guys got their hands in so much stuff. But Highland Mist is a credible product. This is incredible in the sense that you can't believe it. Could that be this poor? But like I said, not definitively poor. It's a C minus 72, but now we're talking real whiskey. Ballantines got a nice character about it. It's not as creamy as those 1970 bottles that Amy gave me, the lady next door. She's like, you want these glass bottles? I'm never going to drink them. I said, well, why are you giving them to me? You bought them at the estate sale. She said, I know, but they were $1 a piece. So I got 300 milliliters for $3. Well, actually, I didn't pay anything. She just gave them to me. I would have paid her, but she said, I don't want them. I'm never going to drink them. She was like, I don't know why I bought it. I'm not going to turn down free Scotch. But those were so creamy. They were still 40%. I noticed from 1970, but it was a creaminess. Now, this has it, but it didn't have it like that. Those helped me get through that hurricane, man. After Hurricane Ida, where everything was all messed up and I had no electricity for 2 weeks and no water for 12 days, nearly 2 weeks. And I had to do the videos on, I just like trying to do the live hangouts with no camera, just audio. But I mean, it was interesting, but wasn't too pleasant. But this has a nice character. It's medium bodied. You can taste the oak, wherever that's from. I don't know. No smoke, no peat. So you say, I got to have a peaty, smoky Scotch. Well, don't buy Ballantines, okay? Because you're not going to get that. Now, if you say, I want a pleasant, mild, sort of neutral flavor mixer, a good mixing Scotch. Well, that's what that's made for. And look how popular cocktails are. They got a radio show comes on New Orleans every week, Tales of the Cocktail. In fact, New Orleans is more into cocktails than drinking neat. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. But you get on the website, first thing they talk about is cocktails. Make this highball. Make this Scotch high. Use Ballantines for this highball. Okay, they're directing your attention over there. Nothing wrong with that, especially when it's made for that. But I mean, on its own, you could still sip it. It has a lot of good character. But obviously, the 40-year age is going to have a lot more character, a lot more amazingness to it. And the price is going to be a lot more incredibly high. So these companies are like that, okay? They put out pretty low-end stuff like this. Like I just told you, is made for mixing. You can get a regular size bottle for like 15, but I bought the handle for $27.99. It's much better value. Um, but then they'll go up, 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 and then it gets to the stratosphere where it's a super limited production. It's hardly any bottles made. You'll find it in a random liquor store in a cabinet, and it'll cost them amazing amounts of money. So they all do that. Crown Royal does it. I saw Crown Royal 18-year coming into a store today. Crown Royal Special Edition 18-year age. Now you say Crown Royal, oh, that's only 23. They had that on sale for $23.99 last week. Well, you ain't gonna get no 18-year age for $23.99. If you want to get Crown Royal 18-year age, you're gonna pay a lot. Is it going to be good? I would assume it would be. You better hope it is, and all that kind of money. But those things really attract a few people. They don't attract a lot of people because most people can't afford it. But these are their mainstay. This is 99%, 95% of their sales. That's the mass production stuff just going out. And this thing will stay focused. That's really going to bring in the money. But they want to put out those special editions because they want to be known for making connoisseur whiskey. Alex says true. Talking about the same bottle, clinking the mugs. Only a few drinks are fine, neat. I like my ice. Well, that's fine too. A lot of people have never touched whiskey without ice. First thing you do is grabbing that ice bucket, putting it. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, the best way to drink whiskey is the way you want to drink it. I know a guy, he loves Crown Royal Apple out the freezer. He would never dream of drinking it neat, neither would I, because whiskey liqueur is neat. At room temperature is bad. I mean neat, not chilled. But for a regular whiskey like these, I'm a guy that drinks them room temperature. Room temperature, nothing added. That's me. I don't dictate to other people what they should drink. I can drink it neat, but I like ice. That's the thing. Drink it the way you want it. Now, some people only mix. They only going to do a cocktail, a highball, something like that. Nothing wrong with that. One guy told me his mom would put whiskey and milk. Every morning she drank whiskey and milk. That's what she liked to drink. Hey, that's the way to go if that's what you like. We all have preferences, right? Now, will I ever learn to like this? No. But I'm trying to explain it. I don't mind caramel. To me, it tastes like caramel without the salt. And I don't mind that. Is it an offensive flavor? Like, oh, it's repellent. I hate it. It's making me sick to my stomach. It makes me want to gag. No, it's nothing like that. But does it taste like Scotch as we think of Scotch? No way, no way, no way, and no way. Did they get a deal on that? Did Sazerac get a deal on that and bottle it for Winn-Dixie at such a low price? I think we know the answer there. Gotta have salt with caramel, right? So that's oh man, that thing is just off the chain weird. It's more weird than bad, Nice product. Not amazing. Not something to seek out. Not you got to go track it down. Of course, you wouldn't have to. Anyway, but doggone good stuff. Cheers to you, Chivas Brothers. I don't know when you bought Ballantines, but it's not important. Keep putting out the good stuff. Would I like to try some more Chivas Brothers single malts? Oh, well, yeah, of course. but we can only do what we can do. So it was a good taste challenge, if you want to call it a challenge, because it was no way this was challenge. This has not challenged anything I've put in competition so far. And I've put in some cheap stuff. So it'll never win. It'll never be Clan McGregor. Now, Clan McGregor is cheap, 3-year age. I got deals on it. I got some deals. I got it for $5 a bottle where they were closing it out, $5. It'll destroy this. It will destroy this. No. That's it. We're closing it up. I like to drink neat. I feel I'm getting a taste of the whiskey or the bourbon whiskey. If it's good or bad, I'll know, says Tom. Plus, I like the taste on the palate. You and I have more in common than we may think. So if y'all want to join Alcohol Eggs on Facebook, feel free to join. People are always posting on there every day. Got a lot of interesting products that they drink. I try to encourage them to post the alcohol level and what they score it. Like, how do you score it? Like, what's your score and what's the ABV? That's helpful because some of the bottles and cans, they don't really show can't make out the ABV. And I like to put where it's made, like if it's made in Colorado or produced in Canada. I like to let people know that. You don't have to get too elaborate, but it's kind of nice to know. And sometimes people post news about beer, wine, and liquor, or old magazine ads, which are always interesting to look at. Old commercials, like old Schlitz commercials. Those are fun to look at. So that's what people put in Alcohol Eggs. And it's always peaceful, really. Not too much drama over there. It's just people posting stuff like that. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and see y'all around tomorrow. If I do another taste challenge, it could happen. But then the main thing we're looking at tomorrow evening, 7:20 Eastern, is we're going to examine any single malt Scotch whiskey, any single malt brand you want to bring, from the most expensive to the cheapest one they get rid of. So, but remember, all malt, no grain whiskey involved. Okay, and then 2 weeks from then, we're going to do blended whiskey. All right, blended Scotch whiskey. All right, so y'all take care. See y'all tomorrow.